What do you have to say?
Meow. Meow.
That's okay.
Good points.
It's valid.
It's like these moments are sort of sad because when they end, it's just like so like ass.
Yeah, like I feel sad. I sad.
I'll come visit soon. Welcome back to Muscle Mommies. I'm Elena.
I'm Autumn.
And I'm Nona.
We're glad to have you back.
And let's start off with a question that we were questioning on our walk.
Yeah, run it. How about I ask? Because you had a really nice response to this. So
I forgot.
You go.
you forgot the question? That's even better.
Yeah.
That's even better. It's gonna be like juicy. Do you think? Do you think social media has a negative impact, like on just a variety of things, like perception, etc.?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think of social media's like negative impact?
Okay, so I just want to say that with the algorithms being so strong, especially on TikTok, like it curates to everything that you like. So for us, it's fitness, right? So when we go on TikTok, we think that it's normal to hip thrust 200, you know? That's what we see, right? But in reality, it's not. Like, if you think about it, like, majority of the U.S. citizens don't work out, don't have, like, muscular built physiques, but that's all we see. That's all we consume.
Yeah.
So that's our reality. We think, oh my God, I'm behind. But in reality,
If
we're
I'm not like thrusting 315,
Yeah.
you're like I'm weak.
yeah,
Blah blah blah.
because that's all we see on social media whenever we open the app. But it's just because the algorithm's so strong, so it only pushes specific videos, and that's like what 0.1%, you know?
Yeah.
But that's all we see, so we think, oh no, that's the entire world. You know?
I didn't realize this, dude, until like when I went to college. Sort of the same situation. Okay, in college is when I started to get into social media, like near the end, and it's also I was always like a fitness consumer. Were you guys? Like even when I wasn't influencing, I was following fitness influencers. So same thing. Like it was like all of my For You page. Like there wasn't a For You page then. Near the end there was, but like Instagram Explore, all of it was like fitness. Okay, and not only that, my college like university gym was full of like hardcore gym goers. It's like the people who are going to college and balancing the gym like love the gym. This was like power lifters, so everyone's pushing like crazy numbers like all the time. Like I remember like working towards a 225 squat, and like you guys know me, like I'm small framed. I'm I'm small. I'm a small girl, you know. Like 225 is absolutely insane. And I remember like even in that those moments, I was pushing the heaviest numbers I ever did because of my environment. Then I went to like summer break once, and that was like the first time ever like I went to like a regular ass like 24-hour after a long time of not going, and it's like you wouldn't even see 135 as often. But it's like when you're in those environments and all you're seeing on TikTok is like girls squat 225, hip thrust 315, you start to think I'm behind. And then you go to a gym that's curated to like, because especially like people like us who like are love fitness and like consume the media, like we always choose hardcore gyms. Like we're never going into like basic gyms. Like you probably have like a really dope like gym that you go to, or like Alpha Land. People are pushing these crazy numbers. It's like if you ever like one moment step away, you're like, bro, I'm strong as hell. Even if I squat 105, like I'm way above average. But in those world, it feels like you're not. Like it feels like you're behind because you're not doing like crazy numbers. It's insane. Like it gets you in your head for sure.
It gets me in my head, but it also motivates me.
Yes, it's like a double-edged sword. Is that the
Yeah.
figure of speech? Yeah.
I agree. Like for me, it was a wake-up call because I go to the dungeon, right? And like over there, like people like lift, you know? Even though it's like private gym, so it's like one or two people that are in there, but they're pushing weight, you know? But when I signed up for like a public gym and I went, I was like, bro, like no, like if you grab like weights to
plate.
put on, especially if you're a girl, you get looks. They're like, what the fuck is she on?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The old men would always be like,
Yeah.
"You're strong."
Yeah,
like
you're
it's-
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people don't really like lift like that. They just like, you know, or working out just to work out, you know?
Just movement.
Yeah,
And
movement.
though, we have to remember, it's like for us, it's like different. Like we want to push numbers, but in general, it's not about pushing numbers at all.
No.
It's just about exercising, moving your body.
No, exactly. Yeah, like unless like you're powerlifting, I guess, like it's about pushing numbers, but that's the thing. Like you get so caught up in this cycle of like all these girls looking like they're so strong on the line. All these girls like to add on to that having incredible physiques online, right? Like consuming that like 24/7 gets you into the bubble that like Nona was talking about, to think think that like this is the world. But really, like even if you go to the gym lightly, like 3 times a week, you're far ahead of the average person in America who's not moving at all. You know, like it's insane how the algorithm could sort of like mess with your head sometimes because it's so specific.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's actually so crazy.
Another thing that I think is like a little bit like I guess like not a little bit, a lot of bit toxic is like there's not full transparency on social media. Okay, so I will genuinely tell you, I have known for sure, like I've had suspicions about some people having like surgery on their body, like those are just assumptions. I have known for sure for some people, like I'm not, and I don't, this isn't like shade like specific influencers right now because this has nothing to do with that. This is like even prior to me influencing, so this has no shade to anyone currently in the sphere. I don't want people to like try to put pieces together. This is like before I even influenced. I knew tons of girls who had surgery on their body but were never outwardly open about that and would talk about fitness, would talk about transformations, post about transformations. It's like you never know the full story of someone that you're consuming. So it's like a lot of times, not even a lot, like not even uncommon for you to constantly consume media from someone who's probably had a modified physique and think less of yourself because of that. Like social media is a highlight reel. Like you're never gonna hear someone's full story. There's some people who are transparent, but there's some people who are never gonna say that they had surgery done. You know, there's some people who are gonna deny it even though they have. Like this is very common in this sphere. Like people get exposed for it all the time. Like there's people who have incredible physiques. Like that's not to negate those people, and they should be inspiration. That's like really cool. But it's like don't be so nitpicky about yourself because people online, one, are showing the best versions of themselves, best angles of themselves, and sometimes might even like have surgery done, and you're just never gonna know genuinely, and you have to accept that reality, you know, and think that like I don't know like their story, their transformation, and maybe it's not even possible. It's just like boys get influenced by tons of guys who are on gear but say that they're not. That's a toxic situation, toxic thing to consume, because then you think I can do this naturally if he can, and then you're like, why can't I can do this naturally if she can, but why can't I? It goes both ways. There's definitely like deceit in both sides of like social media for boys and girls.
Another thing I don't like is that like they push, like everyone pushes for one physique.
Yeah, there's like a
there's
trend.
there's multiple like physiques that like every physique is beautiful in its own way.
Right.
But everyone's pushing for the same thing. Everyone's getting surgery for the same thing, and I don't like that.
There's like a trend to like certain styles of physiques that are in, you know, which is like,
and then that makes people feel a certain type of way about your body.
yeah, especially if you just like can't achieve that.
Yeah.
But then it's like the latter is true. Those girls can achieve what you have. Right? Like there's beauty in like your specific physique that comes with your genetics that I can't get. And vice versa. And it's the bubble, bro. Like you're in this like bubble of social media. Like everyone has this one physique, chasing this one physique that you're like, if I don't have that, I don't look good, especially in the fitness realm. Like one like zoom out and you're like, bro, like 99% of people don't look like that.
Just like 99% of people don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know, you chase perfection a little bit when you're so over-consume fitness, I think, or get so deep in the social media, like where you let it influence you.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah. Another thing with like fitness, not fitness, but just social media in general, I feel like if you start to consume a bunch and you start to sort of like, I don't know, like follow a bunch of people who are like in fitness or like whatever you're into, you start to, this is like along the same topic, but you start to feel more like a failure if like you're viewing them like constantly bulk, constantly cut, constantly like meal prep, constantly like, but again, like you think that's the reality. I think like 99% of people, like unless they're like on prep for like bodybuilding competitions, are not meal prepping as often as you think they are. Like I'm just telling you, like legitimately, like that's the case. Like, or it's more organic and it's more natural than it looks. Like you'll watch all these people like constantly prep their meals. I think the people who really do that are the people with like busy schedules because they have to. Like I had to in college. But outside of that, it's like people just do it really casually, and that doesn't get shown enough on social media. Like I'll just make a hella rice,
Yeah, me too.
and it just stays in my fridge in like one container, and then I'll just make hella meat. You know, sometimes I'll like, if I like a meal, I'll meal prep it in bulk, but it's like it's more natural ways of things happening. But online things look so organized, so perfect, so unnatural that you're like, I suck if I don't wake up and I don't meal prep my breakfast for the entire week and my dinner for the entire week and put in like like it's like nobody really does that. They do it a few times. It's not as consistent as you think it ever. I can say that with confidence.
So I've only meal prepped one time.
Like
I've
to
meal prepped.
perfection, I've only meal prepped like literally a handful of times, like outside of college.
Yeah.
Like I can count how many to perfection. Like, but all the time I'll just make a bunch of chicken and a bunch of rice,
Yeah, I do that.
and then I'll just like cut my
Or
tomatoes.
like
Yeah.
Or like dinner. When I make dinner one day, I'll make a lot.
Extra,
I'll
yes.
make extra so I can eat it the next day and maybe the next day.
Yeah, just like your mom would.
Yeah.
Literally, it's literally like organic. Like when you this is what I mean. Like when you consume it, you start to think like, oh my god, I'm not doing these things that everyone else is doing, but I swear to you, no one else is doing it. Like, have you ever met any person in your life who meal preps at the start of every week
No.
perfectly, unless they had to? Like someone who's like going to school,
Or unless they
work.
really want to.
Yeah, and it's like for that moment they
It
did
helps
it.
them to eat. Like
Yeah.
they're not hitting. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally only very specific situations people are so perfect with it. Otherwise, it's like really sporadic. Like when people do it, and it's a really like sloppy but organic way of meal prepping. That's what you see more often. Like you would see in your house, like when your mom just makes soup and she's like makes a bunch of soup. You eat soup for the next 2 days, and you're just like, I'm tired of soup. Like it's just like it's literally just like that. Like but it doesn't feel that way when you're watching people just live these perfect lives all the time.
I don't like meal prepping.
Yeah, I always said this. If I can find a way to enjoy meal prepping, I would level up. That's my only thing that's missing, the passion in meal prepping.
It's just messy, and I'd rather just cook bulk and then.
Yeah, and I rather. But the thing is like, listen, I'm gonna say it out loud, and I want to share it with you guys. I swear to God, it's just so annoying not to meal prep. Like every time I meal prep, every time I've meal prepped like to the T, like that. I'm just like, life is nice, and it was so beautiful. Like I'll just grab a container, everything's already cut. But every time, this is every time because this is how I usually cook. It's like rice and meat, and then like I'll get it, and I'll be like, okay, so what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do a bowl? Am I gonna do like, am I gonna do a little like chicken breast sandwich, like Dave's bagel, like stuff like that, right? But every time I'm doing that, I'm just so exhausting because now I have to get the fruit, the veggies, I have to cut it for the salad in the bowl, like. But I'm like, bro, like if I just meal prepped, like I think it's more messy, like it's more messy steps, right? Meal prep is like one messy night, but doing it like this is like every day there's a lot of mess.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Literally, I don't like eating vegetables, so like I don't have that problem. Like I'm fine. Like,
I see.
Like say if I make like a bunch of chicken, a bunch of beef, and like some rice, like I can make a bowl. I can do like tacos or something, but like all I'm getting out is like carbs.
Yeah, or like salsa, which is like already pre-contained.
Like salsa,
Yeah.
or like cilantro, or
Yeah.
just other like more seasonings, cheese, like stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wish I was like that. The only thing that messes me with that is like a bowl with just rice and meat. I need something like watery in it.
But like spinach, just
Things
that
that's
are
so dry.
yogurt. Make it. Like, and the thing is, another thing is you can make like any type of like.
Oh my god, I know what you're about to say, dude.
You can make it like a Mediterranean bowl. You can make like a Mexican bowl. Like
So that's the thing. That's exactly what I switch up in my meal preps. It's like I eat like variations of bowls all the time, and I'll just decide what it's gonna be by like what I have in my fridge. Like if I have like for us, it's like tzatziki. It's like for us, it's like Lebanese almost. But like if I have that, then I make a more Mediterranean bowl. Like if I see I have like spicy salsa, I'm just like, okay, let me make some corn and beans, and now all of a sudden I have like a Mexican bowl. So it's like literally all I need is like the core, and then I just add different toppings to it, and all of a sudden it's like something completely different. Oh my god, naan bread. And you just put tzatziki or whatever, like I put Lebanese, and then you put chicken, and then you just put like cucumbers. Oh, you napping, Bubba? Oh, chill. Don't act like you weren't cuddling with me earlier.
No, I agree. Naan bread is so yummy.
Yeah.
Or like you know when you say like watery, that's perfect for like chicken curry.
Oh, I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like curry.
I had it once.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Never had it.
life-changing.
Yeah, but it's very popular, but I don't like it too much. There's a specific spice in there that my nose and mouth hate. I can't know what it is, but.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is naan pita bread?
No.
No.
Okay, it's like you know how every
It's
culture
like
has their
it's
bread.
from the same family.
It's similar.
Basically, yeah.
Is it? No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Is it flatbread?
No. Yes. No, but it rises.
It's a little
Pita is like super flat.
Yeah.
Naan bread is like stone oven bread.
Yeah.
Like you know stone
It's
oven
a little
pizza?
it's like they add spices to it sometimes too.
Yeah, naan bread is literally made from a stone oven.
Yeah. Yeah. N-A-A-N.
I was gonna get some.
You should have.
You should.
For this weekend.
Oh, you're so cute.
She literally like we came for this weekend. By the way, we're in Texas.
Yeah, we're in Houston right now.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're in Houston is because
Elena's
it's Elena's birthday weekend.
Yeah, my little baby. Honestly, like it actually sucks. Like we talked about it a little bit in the beginning, which will probably stay in this episode, at least the YouTube video. But like we get together and like things just feel so right, and it's just so short-lived. It's just so hard to make that a reality. There's just so much separate things going on. But if we could ever one day just get to be neighbors, even
Oh,
get to
that would be amazing.
like,
Game over.
yeah.
I cry.
I was saying about like when we came, Elena literally like bought. She's so cute. She literally brought like little things that like we liked. Like as soon as we came, she's like, "Oh, it delivered!" And we go downstairs, and she gets like she bought like those Premier coffees because I love like iced coffee with those.
The caramel one too.
Bro,
So
like
specific.
so
thoughtful.
yeah, literally, it's so cute, bro.
I love.
make you happy.
You
Bro,
are so
like,
cute.
So sweet.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I love us. I love being together. It's like the depression leaves my body. I'm like. Phew.
Yeah. Not only that, like we talk about things, bro. Like all of us are really isolated people, right? I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So it's like we like talk about things that I feel like need to be discussed, like to open our eyes. Like every time we're together, like even the social media topic. Like first of all, like I just went through like fast weight loss, right? So like I was like talking about like, oh, I like don't like the way that I look. We scale into like social media topics, and like there's so much reassurance between the all three of us. Like the topics that we have even on this podcast where we're like, well, that's not the reality. Like social media isn't the reality. Like sometimes I even get lost in it, right? So it's like whenever we're all together and like I'll say something like, it's just hard to like post when I know that I feel like I look really different. It's like I hear from them like it's not that serious. You know, those kind of things are like so good to have and talk about, and it's like I don't get them often because it's just me like in my apartment and like
Yeah.
no other friends that I have really like influence like that. I don't, at least I don't like talk to them hella to just like message them. So it's like so nice when we're together. We just like are just
Understand.
open. Yeah, like there's an understanding that comes with our friendship that's like so deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hella deep. Yeah, and like I recently went through like a not massive weight loss, but just a sudden weight loss. And I don't like I'm not confident in how I look right now, but like others would look and be like, no, you're totally fine. Like I don't see any change, but like I feel a change.
Yeah.
And then, like it's good to like talk about it, and then, like you feel the same way that I feel right now. I'm like, okay, good, so I'm not crazy, you know?
Yeah. And that's another thing, like with social media, right? It's like since we have, at least for us, right? So this is where like I think social media like is toxic for like influencers. Is like you posted at a certain look before that if you
Like at your prime.
yes, it's like sort of hard to like recover if you feel like you failed from that physique. That's how I feel though, like, you know?
And the thing is, like, we shouldn't feel that way because our bodies fluctuate. Like, if your body stay the same all the time, that's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
nobody's
your body
does.
has to fluctuate. Like, you will lose muscle, you will gain weight. It will never look amazing. And it's just hard because, yeah, social media is toxic for consumers and, like, creators, but it's
Even, like,
great.
sharers,
Yeah, or
like-
sharers. It's just, like, it's tough for all.
I keep like losing muscle, gaining muscle.
Yeah.
Gaining strength, losing strength.
Yeah.
Gaining weight, losing weight.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah, and that's
Fine. It's normal, but it's annoying.
exactly what makes it feel not normal though. Social media, like just average in life, like you're gonna gain weight. It's like animals. We talked about this a little bit before. Like you gain in the winter. Like that's why we call it bulking season. But that's just like literally how the road of life works for any like living organism. It's like you gain weight in the winter because there's less movement because it's cloudy outside. You're not gonna be outside all the time. So it's like, but since we're in social media, fitness especially, it's like we're just like, oh my god, my body changed. It's like, how's it supposed to stay the same for 365 days?
Yeah.
Bro, that's like impossible.
Possible. Yeah.
That's literally
But
impossible.
it's annoying when it like backtracks.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Genuinely, like, especially when it's unintentional. It's like I was leaning out initially, like, just by choice a little bit. Like, wasn't doing anything drastic, but I was leaning out. Like, ab definition was coming in. And then all of a sudden, like, I just lost my appetite like crazy. And I lost so much weight so fast. And it's just like, it's so hard when you were at a place before. Not only that, at a place before, posted in that place before. It's like, how do I recover from this? You know, like I look so different. It's such a crappy feeling, but it all comes from social media.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Me too.
Yeah. It's tough out here, bro. But you know what? At the end of the day, you always have to, like, for me, like, I know that I should not consume. Like for me, like I found out that when I'm on social media all the time, that's why like I feel like if you're in the sphere and if you're a creator, like it's good to have two phones. One for like when you have to like post and like do what you gotta do, and one for when you want to have like just be a consumer. Because like I enjoy like a lot of like things. Like I like to look at pet videos a lot.
Yeah.
But I can't see that on my social media because it's like so fitness heavily. Like
Stop liking the fitness stuff.
Yeah, I did for a while, and then I was like, what the hell's going on?
Don't get fitness on my For You page.
I do a little bit. I get like a really like mix of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Like separation is important. Like it's just like with everything, right? Like I feel like you need to find a little bit of a balance to feel completely happy. You know, it's just hard with like a society now that just is completely based off social media.
Yeah.
Like that's like our lives.
Yeah.
Social media is our lives. That sounds like weird to say, but it really is because our phones are our lives. And the number one thing for everyone on their phones is their.
Social media.
That's it. Like we live online.
Yeah.
We hang out online.
This is kind of off topic, but have you guys seen like for me personally, I still weightlift and I enjoy it, but I feel like my body is craving other types of exercise. Like I'm kind of like gravitating more to like home workouts and more like circuit-based workouts.
I love
Like
those.
my workouts used to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours long because I would just like weightlift all the time. But now it's like I'm in and out in 30 minutes because I just do circuits.
Yeah. I it's so funny.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Like my body loves it right now.
It's high paced. It's
Yeah.
like cardio-esque a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, I used to be like that. I feel like that's how I started for the longest time. I was super set, circuit heavy. I really think that came from influence though, like online. I used to follow a bunch of influencers who were circuit style, superset style, and I just learned that that's what I like the most because it comes like with like panting, like pain.
I like
You know, but now I've went the opposite direction a little bit, but I sort of don't like it. Like I preferred that style. I feel like my heart was healthier in that regard too.
You know what I did that I actually really liked, and it was so painful, and sometimes it was hard to get through, but I liked it. The German volume training.
Oh, you told me about it.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to update. I can't remember.
Yeah, so it's kind of dumb. It kind of made me a little bit angry.
How
but
long
know
did you
what
do it
is?
for?
I did it for 4 weeks,
Okay.
and I think I wasn't eating enough protein because it's supposed to help you build strength fast for like your basic lifts, like hip thrusts, squats, like all that stuff. And I did it for 4 weeks, 10 by 10, like 2 exercises, 10 by 10, and then 2 more exercises, 3 by 10. Minute rest between each exercise. I liked it because it was like timed, and I was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So it was like a minute, and then the minute would be done, and then I'd go again, and then minute would be done. You know. So it was like I liked it because it was fast, and I was panting, and like I enjoyed it. But when I went back to lifting, like my normal weight after those 4 weeks, I lost strength.
Interesting.
Like in my
And that's designed to make you stronger.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe you did undereat. That would.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I was under eating.
Is it like 10 sets of 10 reps? And then a minute rest?
Rest.
And then you do that for 2 exercises, and then the other ones you just do like regular.
So like
shit.
example, I did like what did I do? The first was always hip thrusts, and then the second, what did I do? I think I did calf bridges for the second, or
RDLs.
it wasn't RDLs, no, because I did it.
Oh, I
one
remember
day.
we talked about this kickbacks.
No, it wasn't kickbacks.
Oh.
I did something
Bulgarians?
else. No, I did something else. What did I do? I wrote it down. I think I posted it.
Yeah, let me see. I'm
so
curious, genuinely.
because now I'm like, what did I do?
And you did it for 4 weeks, you're saying. And when you went back to normal training, you felt weaker in your lifts. But what rep range were you doing where you felt weaker? Like were you doing like 6 reps and you couldn't do the normal stuff that you would normally do? Like what rep range?
Okay, so basically, I used to do 405 for 10, like 3 sets of 10, and I hit 6, barely.
Wait, 4 or 5 for 3 sets of 10? Oh my god, that just blew my mind, dude. No, that's strong as fuck.
That is strong as fuck, bro.
Wait, oh my god, I could never, dude. I think my fucking thigh would collapse and my kneecap would implode. Not do that ass.
No, you
my
knew
thigh,
abs.
my thigh are collapsing now.
You know what like is stopping me from getting there? Like, cause when I was eating well, I was gaining strength so fast. Like, I feel like I'm strong, but it's just like, bro, like, how many times am I gonna fluctuate with my food?
I know, me too. Like I'll eat good for like a day or 2 days, maybe a week, and then after that it's just
Yeah,
I stop eating and
it's rough. Mine is so mental heavy. Like, when I'm in good periods of my life, I'm just everything is good. But then it's like if I go through any kind of like bad period, get a little
Gone.
yeah, my appetite's the
Everything's
first to
just
go.
messed up.
Yeah, it's
I
not lucky.
gotta find this. I'm so
Me
sorry.
too. Me too.
Did you post it on Instagram? Maybe check your Instagram.
I didn't post it
Oh.
yet.
How long do
I
people
must
normally German volume
know.
train for? Like, is 4 weeks the
It's like 4 weeks. You're supposed to do the correct way is supposed to be like 4 weeks.
okay? So you did it
And
like
then you
full
s-
period too.
Yeah, and then you switch to hypertrophy.
Interesting.
I'll be there soon. I'll be there soon.
Okay.
I have a question. Would you guys ever like compete? Like, I think I want to do it once.
I want to do it once.
Yeah.
I feel like I should do it now. I'm so skinny. I should do it now.
You should.
Yeah, I really think I should because before I gain weight and then have to lose it again, it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. But I feel like it's just so cool, like to see like
The transformation, the
Just, like,
process, the
just-
dedication.
yeah,
It takes a lot of willpower. So I love those things. I love things like that.
like it's a challenge. You know?
Right. And
That's
I
what I
want to be
like.
able to say I conquered that.
Yeah, like, oh, I
Yes.
did that. You know.
Yeah, because it's not easy.
Imagine
It's
you
not.
won.
Yeah.
That's even crazier.
like that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, can you do it so I could come and like bring like put your face on a poster and be like,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, but then who's gonna make sure that I like gain like 90 pounds?
I'll move
right
in.
after?
Me.
I'll move in.
I'll come.
I
stay
feel
for
like I
a
should
month.
genuinely do it soon if I'm gonna do it.
You should
I'll
do
stay
it.
Because
for a
I'm
month.
skinny as hell
Can I
right
stay
now.
for
Do
a
it.
You could stay for a year, bro.
I'll take them.
You could just live with me.
That's the only thing my cats.
Bring your
Oh
cats.
yeah, I love your
I forgot
cats
about
though.
them.
Your cats love me.
Oh.
They're shy. They're acting like they don't, but they do. No, they're like getting comfortable.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have done this before.
Yeah.
No,
They
they
grew
wouldn't.
on me.
They slept on me. Like literally, I woke up like suffocated. Like my arm is numb. Like one of them is on it. As soon as I opened my eyes, they're like, meow. Like they would just wake up when I woke up.
That's so cute.
Little sensors.
They do. They have little sensors.
Yeah, they're just like like animals are like hyper like sensitive to stuff like that, even noises, right?
Yeah.
Look how cute.
I love animals. Honestly, like they're just, you know what's crazy to me? How like we're different species, but we understand each other so well. Like when Elena gets mad at them and yells at them, like they know that they like fucked up. Like
They
it's
know.
so
Yeah.
crazy.
Even if I don't yell at them, I just look at them. They know.
Yeah. That's it's like so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I love animals.
Mhm.
That's why I never understand like when people abuse animals. Like why would you do that?
No, literally.
Like that's so messed up.
I genuinely like that's why like I feel some type of like I shouldn't feel like this, but I do feel like this. I feel like I'm annoying for being this way just because people make me feel like I'm annoying for being this way. But like I don't like fuck with zoos.
Yeah.
I just won't. Like if I have like people who are like I'm gonna go to the zoo, I'm just like not coming.
Yeah.
But I feel like a majority of people will just go. Like I don't think like you have to be the way that I am. Like I'm not even saying that. I just genuinely like I think it's so
It breaks my heart.
Yeah, I just like animals too much. Like I don't like shit like that. Like I remember when I was in like Armenia, like the carriages, like they would be like, let's ride the carriage, and I just like I feel sort of bad. It's not like me not riding the carriage is gonna save this horse's life. Like it's gonna keep doing what it's doing, but it's like, bro, like it just makes me feel so bad. But a majority of people like I don't know. That's what I meant by I feel annoying. Like in those situations, like, a lot of time people are just like, why? Like you know, like you ever guys get that? You get that reaction? I don't know if you guys are like that. Like if people are going to the zoo, I'm like, I'm not coming. They're just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you coming to the zoo? Like it's
Unless it's like a sanctuary where like it's a rehab center for like
Mhm.
the animals.
like I was talking about, like India, like there's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, like SeaWorld, bro. Like
Fuck
why is
them.
a
I've never
seal
been
like
SeaWorld.
doing circus performances?
Yeah.
Like what is that even, bro?
Yeah.
Why are we paying to see that, bro? I hate it. I'm telling you, like 99% of the time you tell that to people, they're just like, what do you mean? Like you don't want to go to SeaWorld? They make you say like, they have to be like,
I've never been to
yeah, like
SeaWorld.
Yeah.
fuck
You know what?
SeaWorld.
I saw this one video and I was like, this is how it should be. But it was in Africa. And it was just like a safari, but it's like the humans were in a cage, like on a car, like going through the like desert or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've seen that,
They
and it's like
have that.
dangerous.
And that's
Oh wait.
It's not dangerous, but it's more of like because they're wild animals. Like
Yeah.
you have a risk by being there. They're just like like they know what they're doing, so they
Yeah.
can like escape. But most of the time, it's like they don't know how these animals are gonna react.
yeah. But
So-
but again, it's like the humans are in the cage and not like the
Yeah, like
animals.
vice versa. Yeah, like
they're
you're
free.
in their environment, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's how it should be.
Then
That,
why
Yeah.
she look like that? You see how
She's
she's
funny.
bent so far?
yeah, she looks like a little witch right now. From my view, she looks like a witch, like with a
That's so
hunchback.
cute.
Wait, I love you, Ari.
Ari, what are you doing here, Ari? But yeah, I agree. Basically, like in this episode, I feel like transparency is really important. And like, there's no shame in being transparent. I actually have a lot of respect for people who like are upfront and be like, hey, I take steroids. Like, this is like a body of someone who takes steroids. Or like, hey, like I did BBL, or like, hey, I did, I don't know, anything that you do and get done. Like, it's really important because like there are little children who follow you, and people need to know that, because like, if you're gonna be an influencer, you're influencing. Be straight up.
Yeah.
be
Or
honest.
don't
people,
deny
raw.
it.
Or
And
don't
there's
deny it. Yeah,
That's
own
it.
up
older
to it.
people too that will be watching it and consuming, and they're like, oh, like they'll see an older person that has had surgery, but they don't say it. Like it goes
Wait,
like
say it
for
again. Sorry.
like I'm saying it goes both ways, like for young people and for older adults.
Yeah,
Like-
absolutely.
Like my mom consumes a lot of like social media,
And like can
she
get
believes
influenced
it. Yeah.
incorrectly. Yes.
And it makes me so angry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100. I feel that way too. Like whenever my mom will say something, I'm just like, Mom, that's like not even like 2% true. Like
I know.
you can't just like believe everything. But it's like you can't believe everything you read, and you can't believe everything you see. It's the same
Exactly.
concept. Like if we realize that with our parents, like I realize it with my mom all the time as well. It's like we can realize it for ourselves. Like you got to realize that everything that your eyes see, even people's physiques, like it's not like that. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not like, yes, some people look fucking great in person. I'm not saying that, but it's more of like these are people at their perfect moments, and nobody is perfect. You get what I'm saying? It's just a captured moment. Like it's something that like it needs to be realized from everyone who's consuming and even creating.
I
you
agree.
know? Like it just like it's not what you think it is. It's a movie. You're
Yeah.
consuming content.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like, and you take it with a grain of salt.
I
Follow
agree.
people who just like give you positive shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can control what you consume on social media, except
Yeah.
like TikTok. Like TikTok is just random.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you choose good people, you will benefit from social media, and if you choose bad people, like you could definitely hurt from it.
yourself. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like literally, like humans are consumers. Be careful what you consume, because it does impact everything. Like for me, like I don't like listening to sad music. I think music does has a huge impact on you, like your
I
entire
agree.
mood, outfit. Like low key, like when I was packing for this trip, I was like listening to like hype music, because I was like, I want my outfits to be hype. But if I was listening to sad music, I would have picked like sad outfits, you know? Like music
Yeah.
just like it impacts actions, choices, everything.
No, I agree, dude. So I
Yeah.
love listening to sad music when I'm sad. Okay, like I just like to do it. But let me tell you, like this literally happened recently. I like to listen to sad music all the time when I'm sad. First of all, I just
Yeah.
in general I like sad like music.
Yeah.
So especially when I'm sad, I'm like I want to relate to a song. Like I'll dig deep for like songs that like relate to me, and I'll listen to them, and I feel so sad, and I just keep listening. It's like I'm like indulging in this cycle of sadness, and then like there was a period of time like I was like just not like depressed, but it's like I would just be sad. Like every time I would have a moment to myself, I would be sad, and I would listen to sad music. Happened for like 2 weeks, and then I told myself, you know what? I'm putting a sad music cap. So like I would only listen to like 2 sad songs a day, like max, because just my entire playlist is like sad music. And then like I was surprised, like less sad, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's so dumb, but it's so obvious. Like I like to relate to music, so I like to like if I'm sad or even if I'm happy, I like to like find songs that relate to what I'm feeling. But I like was so shocked when the solution to feeling like 10% better was to just stop listening to depressing music all day. Like I liked it so much, I was just doing it, and then one day I was like, okay, max 2, and suddenly like I was just like 20% happier. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, like I'm so dumb. Like I'm so stupid. Like I should definitely
Literally.
not sit and listen to sad music all day.
I 100% agree.
You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
I like never listen to like words and songs. Like I don't like I'm listening to
For
the,
the
beat.
melody.
I'm to the beat, to
Oh
the
my God, me
melody.
too.
And so I won't like process what like a song is about, or I will like never process it, or it'll take me a long time. So I won't
Mhm.
listen to it. I'm listening to the beat and
Like,
like everything.
That's
too.
you might have like a bro. You ever create music?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay, there you go. Like what did you do exactly?
Oh, I played piano for like 10 years.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude, that's like a you could like probably be really good with like producing maybe. I don't know, like that's like a
DJ.
no,
know.
that's like a juicy like thing, characteristic. Like not a lot of people are like that.
I know.
And it's unintentional. You're saying like I don't even recognize like song like meanings until like later of listening to it. Like you just like that's cool. Like,
Like even hip hop songs. Like I'm not listening to the rap.
I'm literally listening to the beat.
I'm listening to the beat.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to the rap. I don't know what they're saying.
I'm
And then
so
I listen,
lyrical.
and then I'm like,
what the fuck? Like, this is about like drugs? You're like, I was rocking with it for a little bit. I was like, wait.
You know what's crazy? It's like my TikTok songs. Sometimes I pick it, but because of the beat, and then people, like, I bet she doesn't even know what the lyrics mean. I'm like, I
do that
don't
a
know
lot.
what the lyrics are saying.
Yeah.
I'm just vibing with it.
Someone will comment
I'm
like,
dancing to like the
there's
most vulgar lyrics.
Yes!
I'm like, I had no idea it said that.
Like, someone will comment like, girl, you couldn't choose anything else. I love you. And I'm just like, wait, what's wrong with this? And he's like, it's like about literally like selling cocaine on the side of the street, like
Okay, yeah.
beating people up, and people are just like, oh my god. But I, like, to me, like, that song was popping.
Yeah, like I was vibing.
No, I totally feel that. I totally feel that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? As how you said about the sad song thing, recently I was listening to a lot of like mellow songs, like the place that I was like playing in the morning. So, and then I realized like I'm too mellow, like I'm too chill.
Nonchalant.
Like I have no drive to do anything. Like I'm just vibing.
Dude,
and then I switch it up. So now in the mornings I'm like straight up listening to Britney Spears, Beyonce, and I feel like the bad bitch is like getting revived in me, and I'm like getting shit done.
No, dude,
I
I
thought-
swear music, like, swear to God,
Yeah.
it has an effect.
It has
That's
an
why
effect.
there's
Be
like,
careful what you listen to.
no, 100%. That's why
Yeah.
there's like frequencies that people say like like relieve anxiety. I genuinely agree. Like, it hasn't like an effect on us.
Because I have a lot of like comfort songs, but it's not the words, it's the songs.
Yes.
Like there's
Melody.
I have an entire playlist that's just like,
makes you feel some type
Comfort.
of way.
and it's either sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy, but it's the same playlist.
Yeah, and I bet
it's
you
just-
there's
it's like
something similar
emotion.
between them that you have
It's
no
like-
idea about. Like, literally, like on
Like
a
a
frequency.
vibrate,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I have another playlist where it's like hype.
Yeah.
And then I have like my Habibi playlist.
And
And then I have like a bunch of like different, and
Yeah.
it's just, like for different moods.
I just realized. No, go ahead.
No, I would say like the music you were playing earlier, like I thought you would be like bad bitch with that. Like it was giving like
What, the
bougie bitch.
Italian one?
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
the
tell you what I
Italian
feel
one.
like when I listen to that. I feel like I'm a rich bitch in Italy, like with my robe, like bougie. It gives me
Okay,
bougie vibes, you
That's what I
know?
was saying. Okay.
Like bougie.
Yeah.
Say it.
To me, it gave me literally exactly what you said the playlist title was, like somewhere in like an Italian vintage movie. But
yeah.
I still get nonchalant from that. It's just almost like your life is
Chill.
done. Like,
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
But it's
Like,
no
I have
hunger in
nothing
it,
else
you know?
to. Like, why would you strive? I'm done.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Guys, if you're listening to this, thank you for listening.
We love you guys.
We love you so much.
Wait, good thing we finished the podcast topic. Like, actually.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. You can leave a review on the YouTube. You can leave a review on the Spotify, like literally playlist, and it'll rack up and give us a lot of like reach. It helps a lot with discoverability. So if you guys can do that, we love you guys to death. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye.